Hey, kalalami. Ufiko mangame, bakalangami. Manje nezitha sesiswana na. Bathi bebangakholwa ngabanye utshwala bami. Kithi bangasehlala la. Yap, utshwala ba. Jiki jiki bangithole nomtholo wami. Wetshwala bami. Mangamela uyisdakwa. Ngale ngizoba ngena maqala. Ama-case nama-cosavana. Vele sikhole kulolo daba. Shibirim, shibiram, shibiribiram, she. Iveli kubu, isiphuzi njengaphe, phe. Zobatelela umongameli, yo yo. Olele bala, maqedwe bale yami. Mangiphinga umtholo wami. Bayithethe ngala. Wethwala uhlala ngami. Engqondo bakhala ngami. Bakhala ngami. Wethwala bami. Olele bala, maqedwe bale yami. Mangiphinga umtholo wami. Bayithethe ngala. Wethwala uhlala ngami. Engqondo bakhala ngami. Bakhala ngami. Wethwala bami.
Malumena ke kopareke sisinyana sila tsedi la pisitse mola kutacha malum fraza wena untata maybe le majita kanglata malumena ke kopareke sisinyana sila tsedi la pisitse mola kutacha malum fraza wena untata maybe le majita kanglata ay 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 bane machwaleni vimba kupe ngambeni noma kwapeni ay alaba mapeni mani ay 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 yindi bane machwaleni vimba kupe ngambeni noma kwapeni ay jwala ba mapeni
Olele bala, maqedwe bale yami. Mangiphinga umtholo wami. Bayithethe ngala. Wethwala uhlala ngami. Engqondo bakhala ngami. Bakhala ngami. Wethwala bami. Jwala bami. Jwala bami. Jwala bami. Jwala bami. Jwala bami. Jwala bami.
malumena ke kopareke sisinyana sila tsedi la pisitse mola kutacha malum fraza wena untata maybe le majita kanglata malumena ke kopareke sisinyana sila tsedi la pisitse mola kutacha malum fraza wena untata maybe le majita kanglata ay 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 stibane machwaleni vimba kupe ngambeni noma kwapeni ay jwala ba mapeni mani ay 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 yindi stibane machwaleni vimba kupe ngambeni noma kwapeni ay jwala ba mapeni
Olele bala, maqedwe bale yami. Mangiphinga umtholo wami. Bayithethe ngala. Wethwala uhlala ngami. Engqondo bakhala ngami. Bakhala ngami. Wethwala bami. Jwala 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 bami.
This life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts. In this life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts. In this life, one thing counts.
That's all everybody care about, man.
Large amounts.
That's all everybody wants, thinking it's gonna solve all your problems. It's the beginning of your problems, man. Listen here. Look. Now everybody wants a piece of my pocket, and it don't help when I'm screaming on these records that I'm rich. Calling people from my number, now I block it. Cause ain't nothing worse than getting haunted by a stalking ass bitch. Oh yeah, cause good game, I talk it. And yet you so true, some women don't have you feeling blue like Crips. I lay my feet upon the path and I walk it. I spread my wealth out, or someone close will have me laying in a ditch. I've had my my friends steal from me. Snatch my credit card out my wallet, hit the town and leave outstanding bills for me. They say I got the cash for it, and I can't recall one single member of my family that never asked for it. They be kicking down doors and busting out flows. Can't get me on the phone, so they'll surprise me at my show. And everybody needs a loan, plus they say they won't blow it. All I hear is, come on, cuz, you know I'm good for it, man.
This life, one thing counts.
And I got one of the biggest families y'all ever seen in y'all life, man. Imagine that. Fourth and fifth and sixth cousins calling me and shit. I don't even know who these. I ain't never met these people in my life. Mama, I know you ain't giving these people my number. I know you wouldn't do it. But y'all my family. I guess it's only right for y'all to ask me. If you had it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'd ask you. It's crazy, man. But look here. Now, don't get me wrong, because being rich is such a beautiful thing. But more money, more problems. People drive me insane. Not giving no handouts no more. Some take advantage and flee. My goal's to set my friends up to make some paper like me. Put them in position to make their wishes come true, so they can have multiple accounts that gain interest overnight. Giving $1 million, what you gon' do? Map your life out for your kids, or would you spend it overnight? Now see me, I'll do both. I got unlimited funds. My daughter's life was set before I stinking butt turned 1. And it don't help that I got 4 or 5 retirement funds. So if I choose before I'm 30, I can lay in the sun. My dividends can show and prove the real meaning of fun. That's why I live by the sword, but you can die by my gun. The IRS will never sweat me or even put up a fight, cause I'm sure I've paid more in taxes than you've made in your life. Because don't play with that IRS, man. I swear ain't nothing more embarrassing than having them come take all your shit out your crib, man. Don't think it can't happen to you, man. I'm telling you, man. Just like gangs on the street collect taxes, the government marking their territory collecting taxes. It happened to some of our heroes, Red Fox, Willie Nelson. People Price knocked out one of your cribs, you don't even know it, man. Women don't like a nigga who got the IRS all on their ass. I'ma tell you like that. Women these days don't want a man without a nice paycheck, so we splurge even though our lives ain't in the right place yet. Buying jewelry and some cars just to impress these whores. Meanwhile, your child's poor like, Daddy, what you left me for? Yeah, but it all comes back. That's why I named my daughter Karma, who's teaching me the lesson of life and making me smarter. I sweep her off her feet cause I'm her knight in shining armor. And I'll have your fucking head if anybody tries to harm her. Gotta teach her about the game that most us niggas will spit, and about these scandalous ass women that get money through gifts. They'll suck a cold hard wood for some cold hard cash, or ride a brother good to put a foot up on the gas of that brand new ride. Pick up her friends while you slip and she slide. Drop top bins, gold diggers inside. Crazy what the world will do for money, thinking that everything will be alright. Cause
this life, one thing counts.
They don't call it the root of all evil for nothing, people. Listen to my words, believe what I'm trying to tell you, man. Money can't change me. That's what everybody say, man. But you know what? Money really can't change me. I don't think it did. Shit, if it did, somebody come tell me right now. And everybody talking about, if I get rich, I don't need all them cars. I only need 1 or 2 cars. Bullshit. I can't lie, I'm guilty of splurging too, man. Till I learn the difference between assets and liabilities. Really important, man. I swear, sometimes I wish I didn't even have all this money, man.
One thing counts.
Nah, I'm just playing. I work through my problems.
This life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts.
Hey!
This life, one thing counts.
Who with us? Where they at? Put your hands up. Let me know right now if you're right here banging out with us today. It's Thursday. It's Friday Eve. Let's get it. Short show today. Haven't said that in a long time. Been a whole week. Haven't said short show all week. I don't think I said it last week. So we're working on 2 weeks of not saying short show. But today, I'm going to say it because today is going to be a short show. I leave today going to a funeral, a wedding. Same shit. I'm just playing. Going to a wedding tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to make my 1 o'clock here. And if I do, it'll be outside in the car or something. I don't think I really want to do that. That might not be appropriate. You know what I mean? I don't know. Can you imagine me in the, at a wedding and I'm doing my Wyatt live at 1 o'clock? I fly out tonight and, You know, it's not that I don't want to go, because I got to be careful, because some people who probably will be there are listening. It's not that I don't want to go, but I just don't feel like traveling. Let's just say that. That's fair. I don't feel like traveling today, or tonight, over the week. Man, I'm back. I generally, excuse me, I get a little under the weather when I travel a lot. You know what I mean? Going into these different time zones and getting on airplanes and these different, there's different weather in different cities, and it hits you. It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, for people that have sinuses, I have sinus problems. The only thing about my sinuses, and this is something that I never really understood. I didn't know about this. I didn't learn this until my daughters became these fake ass doctors. They in school right now. So I don't even live my life the same way. The last couple of years have been horrible for me, because now that they're in med school and, doing these things that they really want to do in life, daddy don't know shit anymore. I don't know nothing. I can't tell them nothing. I ain't been there. I ain't been where they are. I ain't been where they going. I don't know anything anymore. That's a frustrating thing when you have children and you've been the main go-to source, and when you tell them something, they add attention. When you tell them, they, yes, sir, yes. And now I can't say shit. I can't even talk about something in my era that I was raised talking about, or what I was raised doing. I can't have them conversations anymore. They know everything. They already knew everything, but now they really know everything. Everything is biology. Everything we do is biology now. Damn, it's kind of hot outside. I'm a little, I need to get a drink of water. It ain't feel, I feel okay, but I'm a little tired. They got an explanation, a 15-minute explanation. Well, daddy, it's probably because, you got to hydrate yourself with the CO2s of the 206s and the VL Blackies. And I'll be like, man, y'all just talking way over your dad's head right now. That's what I say in the back of my mind. I try to pump fake like I understand what the hell they saying, as if I took biology in college. I took a couple courses because I had to, but I didn't take biology, the advanced biology to prep me for medical school or anything like that. I didn't do any of that. I mean, I can't do anything around my home anymore and they not ring the alarm and want to play doctor on me. It's amazing. And then when I say something, I'm never right anymore. They correct me about everything that I say and everything that I do. I tell my wife all the time, I don't like your kids. I can't stand them little mother thankies. I don't like your kids. Mrs. Wyatt, I don't like your kids. Who raised them badasses? All right, listen, short show today. What Twin talking about? What are you talking about? See, Twin, you know what, man? Have 2 days in a row once in your life. You know what I mean? You had a solid day yesterday on Wyatt Live. You came in, nobody logged out. You came in, you had a testimony. It felt good. Everybody cheered you on. They was, Twin. Then you come in here today on some bullshit. I mean, damn. Can't you hold the momentum of some fans? They were cheering for you yesterday. Twin. And you come in here and attack me. I don't know who's worse, you or Fame. Oh shit. He heard me. I heard you was talking about me. Somebody DM me. Somebody sent me a raven. Somebody sent me a pigeon and said that y'all over here talking dirty and greasy about me over on the Wyatt Live show. Somebody sent me a message. That's what he gonna come in and say. What's good with everybody, man? It is Friday Eve. It is Thursday. Like I said earlier, short show today. I'm only going to go over a couple things. I hope it makes sense to y'all. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Waiting for a few more people to log in and get this thing going. Can you guys remind them? Hit the share. You know what's crazy, bro? is I get friend requests from people, and I don't know how they were able to do it, but these are people that aren't even my friends on Facebook and on these platforms, and they're sharing the show. And then some of y'all I be watching, like y'all, I see you and you post something, and then I see it on your page, and I don't even see our show on your page. Can you make a commitment? I commit 5 days a week to you. The Wyatt Live Show commits 5 shows a week, Monday through Friday. Can you commit one day out of those 5 days to share on your page? Just one. Just one day out of the 5. Is that asking too much? Is that me begging? Damn. I don't mean to beg. I ain't too proud to beg, but damn. If I could give you 5 days, you can't give me one? Yes, I do. I do, Crystal. Crystal always share the stuff. You just built different. You do things different. You're a true supporter. Not saying no one else is. I'm just saying that you, like, yeah. You know what I mean? If the Wyatt Live Show crashes out, and if we crash and burn, and you looking for some discounted merchandise, hit up Crystal. She got shit from last 2 years ago. I'm sure she does. I don't, like, boxes of stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, she was really supportive, still is very supportive. And in return, she could call me for anything. She know that. We all need support, bro. We all need support. None of us are too high to be to receive support, or too low. And here's the thing. What I've learned in life is this, and I know I throw people off when I hit you with what I learned in life, but I only say that because I need people who think a certain way, who think they're alone. I need them to know that you're not alone, partner. You're not alone, family. There's people out there that think like you, and the same type of things that happen to you happen to other people. So I just kind of reiterate some of the things that happen to me, so you'll know, because I know it don't just happen to me. I know it happens to other people, and people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to speak up. They don't want to say anything. They feel disenfranchised. They feel like they are oddball. They feel like they feel dirty. They feel disgusted. They feel like they feel shamed. And man, listen, all of us, every last one of us on this platform has done something in their life that they totally, regret. Not saying that you couldn't live through it, that you didn't make it through it because you're here, but I'm just saying we all have done something in our life that we regret. Tanika, thank you very much for your honesty. She said, I would share, Wyatt, but all that cussing Twin and Ron do on your platform doesn't jive with my page. It's them, not you. I am wrong. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I take responsibility for that. You can check me on that. That's why I put the parent advisory up in the corner. You're not wrong at all. I had a lady that told me that same thing, Tanika, right here on the platform a couple years ago. Very, 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 very nice lady. Church lady at that. Y'all know my church lady thing. Church lady told me, Wyatt, I would share your show, but it's too much cursing on your platform. I said, I respect that. I honestly respect that. That's why I've said the same thing. That's why I put the parental advisory up at the top. So you won't hear it, or you know that it's coming if it does come. That it was what, Tuesday, Wednesday when she told me that? I respect it. She know who she is. She ain't here yet. I don't know. Maybe she is. She'll let you know. I respected that. Now check this out. She told me that on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I would, my church people, they wouldn't watch it because of the cursing that go on your platform, on your show. Oh, I can't do that cursing stuff. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. That was on a Tuesday, Wednesday. That Friday night, Tanika said, I support you 100% though. Thank you. Listen to this story though, Tanika. There's somebody that's right behind you with that same story that said it before you. So I should say in front of you. That Saturday, that weekend, she on the videos with the Yin Yang twins down in Louisville twerking and shit. So why you twerking? She doing all the wild shit. She got lawn chairs out in the crowd, and she got her people there, and they up on there, bitch, twerk it, bitch, bitch, twerk it, bitch. And I'm like, church lady? Can't share my stuff, but you got the yin yang twins up there twerking and got the bitches twerking and bitch turn it around, bitch twerk that ass, bitch. I'm like, you just told me a couple days ago you couldn't share my shit. Now there's a difference. Sharing what I was saying or sharing what my people say is one thing. You know she can't control that, right? But you went live. You went live. You just showed us where you be. You be at the motherfucking twerk contest and the twerk concerts and the bitch twerk it. Wrap that ass, bitch. All that. And I'm like, whoa, are you serious? But you can't share my shit? Okay, church lady. I never asked again. Some of y'all know that I went off about that shit too when she came on here. Y'all know who she is. She know who she is. She might not be here yet, but she know who she is. I would share your stuff, Wyatt, but see, my church folks watch my page, and I don't want to. She all dignified. I don't want them to think, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, brother, right? You know what I mean, brother. Meanwhile, y'all know them little raggedy ass green and white lawn chairs that you unfold and all that old shit, them and you lay them. She all out in the grass watching the yin yang twins cuss up a storm. She live and she, hey, yay. And I'm like, oh, ain't this a bitch? Ain't this a bitch? And I like her, I just play with her, but it's true. Can't make this up. It's true. So I stopped asking people to share it out of respect of maybe some of the language here is a little rough. And I don't want to give people that, like, I understand that your job watch your social media pages. I'm not going to lie. I have a staff and I tend to watch, not on those little creepy shit. It's just, I need to know where my people's minds are at. Yeah, I need to know if you gossiping. I need to know if you own some of that, I need to know if you talking about me behind my back and how my operations are running. I need to know that. And I'm not the only one. That comes in, that comes with being, an owner of a business. That come with that. And if you think you work somewhere and somebody's not checking out your page to see who you really are away from your 9 and your 5 hours, you crazy. They watching you. There's people that if you fill out an application to work at a company today and they didn't give you a call back, they checked your social media. They might not know, okay, Brenda Early is her name. Brenda, don't get mad, sweetheart. I'm just using your name because you've been here with us for a long time and you know how I play. All right? You know how I use my examples. You know how I play. Brenda Early go down to the such and such company, ABC company, fill out an application. They call her back. They didn't check out your social media. They want to know if Brenda Early, how she doing? How she living? Now, if Brenda Early name is Pinky Cascadero or some old shit on social media, they'll never know. See what I'm saying? They'll never know. But if she go under, Brenda Early, and they show, and she at the Yin Yang Twin concert and popping it and all that old shit, they might reconsider sending you an offer. Like, whoa, this is the type of shit you do away from the office? You representing our company. So that's how it is. What you say, Tracy? Tracy says, why your staff don't know that the first thing you do is block your boss and coworkers? I don't know. They better not block me. Not one person that works. I never say that people work for me. Not one person that works with me or who's employed by me. None of them have ever blocked me. But that don't mean their name is, I ain't gonna say no names, but because one of the girls' names is Tracy Dillingham, that don't mean your name ain't Juicy Fruity on the motherfucking Facebook somewhere else doing some juicy, fruity type shit. I don't know. I just got to go by what, you know what I'm saying? I go by what they go by, you know what I'm saying? It come to light. You can come to work and clock in as Tracy Dillingham. It'll come to light before somebody will call your ass juicy fruity when they walk in the door. They'll know, oh, you juicy fruity. Juicy. They'll know the hell. you can't be your real self out here in the streets and then be juicy fruity out here, you know, and people not catch up to it. The world is too small. The world is too small, especially the world of social media. You know how often I go to the damn grocery store or go somewhere and I get pulled up on? That's why I got to be careful what I say and what I do. I get pulled up on, hey, Wyatt, man, that shit you said, man, about Deion Sanders, man, that was some bullshit. This is why I don't have a talk show about sports. Men don't know how to control their emotions when you're talking about their favorite star. If I get into a fight with a dude because he can't take the fact that I think Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. They be ready to meet your ass at the Shell gas station down on Mitchell. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? I just think that MJ is better. You never even, bro, you had the baby shoes on when Michael was playing, when MJ was playing. How would you even know? How would you even know? You was in a crib with the baby Jordans on. You and your daddy. I'll give you your daddy. How about that? Your daddy had you wrapped up in a Michael Jordan blanket with the baby Jordans on, and now you want to turn around and tell somebody who was 20 years old when Michael was playing, you're going to tell me he's not better than LeBron James. So my point is the opinions from sports shows, guys get in their feelings about that shit. And Lord knows I had to leave the boxing shit alone. Because when you start talking about how somebody got beat, like you might say something like, no, that left hook a bad boy. That's a bad punch to get hit with in the gym. Then somebody want to say, no, it ain't. And now y'all get into well, what's a better punch? And you cannot have a civilized conversation with a man about these punches and what's better and this and that before one of them say, but I bet you your punk ass can't take that punch. I bet you your punk ass can't take that punch. And now we in the gym sparring. Happens all the time. I said, I can't do a sports show. Can't do it. I either got to go play one-on-one with a dude at the park or we got to go to the gym and box. It's tough out here. It's real tough out here for podcasters. At least this one. I don't know about the rest of them, but me, I get challenged. I ain't on that shit, man. Hey, let me go to the phone lines before I get in the topic, man. I got a phone call that came in. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hello, Randall. My name is Blammy Davis Jr.
Blammy, damn it, Jr.
Blammy Davis Jr.
Okay. What's up, Mr. Jr.? Sammy?
I'm pleasant per usual. I actually wanted to know what was the topic now. I thought you were already into it.
You thought I was in the topic?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. What was the topic going to be?
What topic did you think I was talking about?
The Hulk Hogan tonight.
I mean, I don't know what's up with Hulk Hogan. I remember him as a child. What's up with Hulk Hogan, bro? Seriously, put me on.
He's supposed to be at the RNC tonight.
What?
And give a speech.
Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, dude?
Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, dude. Yes, Terry Bowley.
Oh my God, brother, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna say something like, "And in November, brother, we're gonna give the Democrats a leg drop." Something crazy like that. It'd be sweet if he flipped on Trump and became a Democrat like he did the NWO and hurt all those kids' feelings by doing that. But I understand.
Hey man, that was a pretty good Hulk Hogan. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Hey man, I haven't heard Hulk Hogan talking since I don't remember when. I didn't even know he was still relevant. Is he still in the
10
wrestling
years ago
thing?
when he was talking to his friend and said, he didn't want his daughter dating just any old kind of basic N-word.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know nothing about Hulk Hogan, man. I remember him as a child when I watched wrestling. I used to watch wrestling as a kid till somebody told me wasn't no Santa Claus. And once I found out it wasn't a Santa Claus, I stopped watching it. You know what I'm saying? They told me it wasn't real. I was a kid, though. When they told me it was fake, shit, what was I doing?
Oh, yeah, I was probably like 12, 13 when I stopped watching it, at least regularly. I mean, I catch it every now and then.
So you was
just on a humble.
So you was slow to the beat. You was a little late when you found out that it wasn't real.
Yeah. Everything kind of hit me at once. Gangster rap, wrestling's fake, all that shit kind of hit at once at like 12, 13, 88, 89. I was just like, damn.
Fame, stop playing. You was not 13 in 88. Stop playing.
Yeah, I know. I was 12 in 88.
No, you wasn't. Stop playing.
Yes, I was.
Bro.
You as old as dirt, bro, not me.
Don't play. Okay, let me ask you something, Fame. I've been waiting. I've been wanting to ask you this for a long time. When you and I used to go, you went to the boys club with me, right? We went to the same boys club.
Not necessarily with you, but yeah, I remember seeing your face there.
We were there at the same time. I know I didn't hold your hand and shit as little brother and little buddies and shit, the Big Brother program. That you wasn't my little brother and all that. I understand that. We didn't walk in the boys club together, but we attended the boys club at the same time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember if you was a midget or a cadet or a junior back in that day? I mean, what were you?
I was not a regular. The reason I was there was for some basketball shooting competition.
Oh, you wasn't a regular. That's okay.
Huh?
I said, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You did like 5 3-pointers or something like that, and a layup and a free throw or two.
They sent you and your raggedy ass jumper home, didn't they? Because only regulars knew how to shoot in the boys club. We was regulars and we held shit down. If you came in there temporary, we sent your raggedy ass home. I had 17 or 21 points in the first round. Say what? You had who?
17 to 21 points in the first round and won.
And you was how old?
In the finals, I lost.
And you was how old?
I might have been 11 at that time. That might have been 85, 86.
Okay, and you came into our gym and racked up them type of points and just left?
And I went in LeBlanc and caught wreck.
Oh man,
set them up on fire.
I can't even believe that.
I mean, you might have went to. How would I not know you from LeBlanc?
You might have went to. I'll tell you in a minute. You might have went to SP. You might have went to SP or maybe even Fleshman and did some shit like that. But you ain't coming to LeBlanc's and wrecking. You ain't doing that, bro. It ain't happening.
It wasn't one-on-one.
It don't matter. You ain't beating us at nothing. You don't get it. Okay. I'm telling you right now, you ain't beating us at nothing.
I'm from 2-5
and you just walked out. You just walked out.
I'm from 2-5 and 1-1. I went in, caught wreck, and walked out. Like it was nothing to do. I came in second in the finals.
Same. You know what, bro? I got to think. Remember we used to say this? You lunching.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you lunching.
No, you lunching. Because listen, here's the thing. I'm from 2-5 and 1-1. Nothing but crackheads and D-boys. You from down the way. All them Cisco's and Leroy's. Now,
so what that mean?
Election at hand. What?
So what that mean, bro? I mean, what you saying? What you saying?
I said you from down the way where all the Cisco's and Leroy's at.
Yeah. Okay, and
I'm from 25 and 11. Where all the crackheads and D-boys at.
Yeah. You saying it right. Keep it up, bro. You digging it even deeper. Where all the crackheads and shit is at. Right, you right.
And D-boys.
Yeah, we didn't have none of that down the way.
Yeah, y'all had Cisco's and Leroy's.
Yeah, they was the players, the gangsters. Okay, and the players, like we could hoop.
No, y'all would wear, colored socks.
Yep.
Tight ass fuckboy shorts.
Yeah,
pardon my language.
They did. They probably did. I ain't gonna lie. And you can't tell me them boys out in the West Side didn't.
No, they didn't. We
y'all
Thurs.
had perms and high heels out there too, bro.
We was wearing Thurs because somebody, it was nothing to, be 2:00 in the afternoon and somebody go ahead and throw, let's play some Kill the Man.
Yeah, we did that too down the way. Y'all wouldn't come down here.
No, y'all only did that on Saturdays at 4:00.
Oh my God.
That was the everyday thing for us.
Oh my God. Come on.
I'm dead serious. But listen, I want to apologize.
What?
I heard listen, I heard the conversation yesterday, and I kind of went a little hard on Daryl.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for Fame. Stop while you ahead. Give it up for Fame. He apologized.
No, listen.
Come on, Fame. Keep it right there.
I went hard on him, but I meant what I said. Quit talking, quit trying to show love and then throw shots on the low. Like I'm watching that. I read the comments. So I'm not reading it at the time. I read the comments, after the show. I post the show on Twitter and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you blow up. And that reminds me, that's why I haven't
you were talking about the show. Thank you, Fame. I'm sorry. I was reading some comments at the same time, but I heard you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Exactly. That's why I haven't bought the any Wyatt Live t-shirts.
Why not? What that got
I have
to
to
do
be
with
honest.
anything? Why?
Because you had told us that we don't deserve reparations because we won't know how to spend it. And I think that would be irresponsible to buy a t-shirt from some merchandise from a guy telling me I don't know how to spend my money.
Okay, that's a fair argument. You're absolutely right. I still have that position.
And so until you update that take, I can't spend money on your merchandise.
You want me update it? Update it just means say the same thing.
Come with a better something.
Let me ask you something, Fame. I believe in reparations. You do too. But now let me ask you, how much reparations you think you owe?
I don't know, at least a Wyatt Live t-shirt.
Wait a minute, hold on. How the hell I owe you reparations?
I'm talking about enough to get one.
Oh, okay.
What they like, 150?
All you need is a $20 bill.
Oh, well, I'll let reparations pay for that from me.
Well, I still stand on what I stand on, and it's only from a lesson point of view, bro. I'll be honest with you, Fame. This ain't going to sound good to the ears, and you probably going to cuss me out and fuss me out, but I stand on my position. I think it would be absolutely dreadful to give people reparations and you not have some form of responsible. You got to have some training for it. You got to know what to do with it, bro, or it's going to even be worse than what we are now. Because if I get, let's say for instance, everybody get $100,000. I'm going to use this round number, brother, okay? You might know exactly what to do with your $100,000. I might not know what to do with my $100,000, okay? And that's our business, right? But can you see the danger that happens between everybody know you got $100,000 and I didn't blew through mine? I'm coming to get yours. I might not be that way now, but there was a time in my life that if I knew you had it, I might take it. Now, that might not be me. I'm saying there's people that's like that. I don't want, I would rather put people in a position where when you give them, not give them, but when they get something, they know how to fish. They don't just take the fish that you feed them. You teach them how to fish. You give them a fishing pole so they can, continue to fish, not just give them something and then they run through it. I see people do that with inheritance all the time. They blow through it, or they hit the lottery, Fame, and they blow through it. And that was their one opportunity to really move the needle in their life and in their family life. All I'm saying is, I never said that we don't deserve reparations. I said that I think some form of training on what to do with reparations money has to be put in place. I don't want to see people just get $100,000. And you know what I'm saying? That could be dangerous to a lot of people.
I just feel like reparations is part of reparations is, okay, you saying teach them how to fish and all that. I appreciate the analogy. So I'll just say, you ain't got to teach me how to fish. Just show me where the lake at.
That's not okay. I think I know what you're saying, but all I'm saying to you, brother, is this, man. I want what we deserve. I want what we want. But you know what? I want my daughter to be a millionaire. But I'd rather her get it by her own, like her being able to put the work in, because when you put the work in, you tend to appreciate it more. When you appreciate it more, you do it. Look, if you do money bad, money gonna do you bad. You see what I'm saying? So if you get it, it's like anything else, bro. Like back in the day, if you get $100 and somebody just gave it to you, you're gonna drop it a certain kind of way. But if you went and cut somebody's yard for it, you're gonna spend it different because you earned it. You're going to do it different. You're going to do the money different when you go out and get it and you got some type of training with it or some type of work ethic with it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we don't deserve it. You'll never hear me say that, but you'll hear me say that there has to be some type of way that we could correlate that money to a bigger play. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I don't know if I necessarily agree or disagree
that's
with
fine,
that.
bro.
I didn't know we would get that deep onto reparations.
Well, it has to be
however,
that deep. If it ain't that
no,
deep,
it's all good.
It has to be deep because nobody. I mean, it has to be deep. That's the only way I look at things when it comes to stuff like that. I would rather somebody be rich forever than rich for a period of time.
I mean, well, like I said, it's better to have loved than to have lost, than never have loved at all. So
I don't know if
what
that's.
it is.
I don't know about that, bro. You know that commits. That brings on suicide.
It is what it is.
Okay.
The fact is, where's the lake at? Gosh darn it! But yeah,
but what good is knowing where the lake is, brother? If you don't know how to fish, what good is it?
Adaptation. I'll figure it out.
Okay, well, you smarter than most of us. Then you probably would figure it out. Fam.
It ain't about being smart. It's about adaptation. God gave you that ability to adapt.
All right. What else you got, bro? They want me to move on, man. I love this conversation, but everybody want me to move on because Tracy trying to call. I know that's your sister.
Well, everybody, you know what? Everybody don't get what they want. People in hell want ice water.
Oh, there
if you want to talk about something else, you call in.
4, 3. Yeah, that's true. Touche on that one, Fame. But
you know what I'm saying? But I am gonna move on because because I'm an MC and I try to please the crowd. You know what I'm saying? But hey. Yes, gentlemen, let's please stop with the heavy cursing on the man's show.
I thought you was about to drop a bar. Go ahead, bro.
No, let's stop with the heavy cursing on the man's show.
Okay.
It is getting a little bit insufferable.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's cut it down.
It is what it is.
I agree.
That's the beauty of internet radio.
I agree with you on that, Fame. I do agree with you on that.
So
I'm the only
motherfucker
who should be cussing on this platform. I'm just kidding, bro.
No, you're right. You're right. You should be the only motherfucker cussing.
Wait a minute.
Another extra motherfucking cussing these motherfuckers be doing, it'd be too goddamn much.
Oh my goodness.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on.
You see what I'm saying with the gratuitous cursing?
Oh my gosh.
Let's be 40 and
I didn't hit the button. He did it. He cut himself off. Tracy, feel free to call back in. I didn't touch the button. But now let me show you this clip real fast before y'all move out, because I know I got a short show today. Let me show you. When I talk to Fame, I get these type of vibes. It's like I don't talk to my childhood friends on my platform. I'll shout them out. I'll say what's up. But see, they'll catch me up in lies like I just caught Fame up in lies. See what I'm saying? When people know you from back in the day, you got to be careful what you say. You got to be real careful what you say because they knew you. They knew you back then. They may not know you now, but they know if you're telling the truth. And Fame give me these type of vibes right here. This is Fame right here. I got to say, I don't know who he hung up on himself. But listen, this is Fame all day based on some shit he just said. I promise we didn't stage this. He came in here with this bullshit and he made me remember of a clip. And this is exactly how I think of Fame when I think of people who talk that down the way shit 2-5 and they was the hardest hitter in the neighborhood. Check it out.
I think about that question, I have to say, it depends on what point in my life I was at. When I was in the street robbing niggas, I didn't want to be loved. I wanted to be feared. I wanted them niggas to know when I walk up. Like I said in the song, by the time I was 18, I walk up on the corner and none of them niggas stayed long. And I ain't lying, kid. I had that iron sig and my heart fucking bigger than a lion's is. I wanted niggas to, when you walk up, you wanted niggas to get the, oh shit, here come them niggas.
Oh, where the fuck was I at? You walked up on corners and niggas stayed there and talked to us. Ain't nobody.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Ain't nobody fucking leave.
Let me tell you something.
Who the fuck left?
All right.
Everybody, hey, Wallow, what's up, Gil? What's going on? Where the fuck was I at, in jail? When you walked up on the corner, ain't nobody stay long. Everybody was sitting there, motherfucker, they pass you the 40, pass you the little motherfucking, the rope, the turbo. You
hey, turbos, though. Don't put that on his name. Don't put that on his name.
I think about that question. I have to say, it depends on what point.
That's exactly how they do shit. They can be all they can be on these keyboards and on these shows and all that. I was a gangster. Especially the dudes that hit the joint. Soon as they hit the joint, soon as they go to jail, they get in jail. Y'all know I know because my partners tell me all the time. Your paperwork will be there a week after you Your paperwork will be in the newspaper in the penitentiary a week after you get there. Everybody know you in there for some bullshit. You're not in the joint because you knocked 3 motherfuckers' heads off and you had 13 keys and $2.5 million in your wall. Everybody know that you in there for some bullshit. Everybody know you in there because you done had 3 domestic violence for slapping your girl in the head. You ain't no gangster up in here. And you been in there lying, talking about some, they took $250,000 out my front pocket. Took 6 cars. Yeah, they went in backyard, moved my doghouse, and it was $1 million in the doghouse. I'm in here toe up now. Everybody know you lying. A week later, they got your paperwork. They know you in here on the domestic violence charge. Stop capping. Everybody know. So, Fame, I dedicate that video to you, my brother. When you say you came down to the hood, to the LeBlanc Boys and Girls Club and wrecked on us, scored all them points and just walked out, we would have never let your little ass walk up out of there, homie. You wouldn't have walked out of there with no little metal ass trophy. We'd have took that shit. You weren't coming down there and beat us at nothing. 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 Let me go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
It's Tracy, Wyatt. How you doing?
Tracy, what's good with you?
You said you would have snatched his trophy. Now that's comical.
Well, I didn't say I would have, but it would have got snatched. We didn't play that.
I wanna double back to this Megan Good, and I'm sorry, audience, but now you gotta pay $50 to call Wyatt to get heard. And because you used me as the example, coming up and picking me up and spinning me around. And
$50? What you talking about, sis? I didn't know it. Are they like charging like a jail call and shit? You got to collect the call to the Wyatt show. I didn't know. That's
what it feels like. I'm like, dang, you used to be able to just call and he'd pick up and have you on hold for 10 minutes. Now you got to call and keep calling for 30 minutes to just get heard. But
well, sis, I didn't know it was all like that. Damn, I mean, I'm sorry.
I'll be your switchboard operator if you buy 5 more lines. I'll work the phone.
Now, see, my ass will go out there buying all them lines and I won't be able to find your ass. You know how we do each other. Hey, Tracy, I got all them lines you want. Boy, I gonna get off work till 2 o'clock. You know that.
Right. You gonna move this show back to 5 o'clock like I want.
Right. See what I'm saying?
That's when I work for
and
you.
Now I'm stuck with all them damn phone lines that you said you was gonna work, and now you're gonna turn around and flex on me. But I get off at 5:15 every day. And I'm stuck. Yep. What up, though? Let's talk. What you got on the Megan Good? Thanks for calling. I did want to talk to you about it that day. I did really want to talk to you.
I know, but I was trying to call in and I couldn't get in because everybody else was calling.
Well, we doing big shit over here now, Tracy. We blowing up over on the Wyatt line.
With one line.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be quick with the draw to get a phone call in now, man. If you wait too long,
have to put a time limit on these calls. Like, look, I'm going to go over my own limit. I know they I know she lying because she could talk too.
Well,
listen,
hold on. Before you say that, I know you're on your lunch break, and I know your phone about to break down and some more other shit that you always say. But hold on. Can you imagine with my phone line system that I have here, if I did giveaways and I said caller number 78 and I got one phone line?
You better not say 78. That'll take all day with one line. You better say caller number 1.
Shit, caller number 13 will take all day with one phone line, to be honest with you. But that's cool. What's up, though? Tell me what you got on the Megan Good thing. Enlighten me.
Okay, so here's what I got. I think this man is highly insecure.
I knew it.
Listen, let me tell you what. You got to look at more than that one video when Michael Ealy picked her up like that. Every time she's on the red carpet, they look at her and they don't look at him, and he gets all awkward and fidgety and pouting like, oh, they don't know who I am. It's just like when Patti LaBelle said that her husband couldn't stand being Mr. LaBelle. That's how he acts. He acts the same damn way. But here's the thing for me about Michael.
I don't agree with that. To be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you something. My opinion, and then you take it from there. I know you're going to disagree with me, so I'm going to let you have the floor after I say this. He a bigger star than she is.
Who?
Majors,
boyfriend?
Jonathan Majors. He a bigger star than Megan Good. I bet he's made more money. I'm talking about film wise. Film wise, I believe he's
money because he's got better roles, but
that make him a bigger star.
Well, her resume might be a little bigger,
longer, but that don't make her better. He is a bigger star than her. She ain't been on no big major films like he was. I bet you she ain't done no films that had that type of budget. And she good. Don't get it twisted. Now, see, when I say something like that, it make it sound like I'm doing her bad. I don't mean it like that, sis. I like Megan Good.
We know you hating on Megan.
No, I like Megan Good. I think she fly, she cute, she all of that. But I don't. It's like I like Jada Pinkett, but I got to be real about her. I got to be real about Megan Good. I think that I don't even blame her for what that dude did. That dude did to her, picking her up like that. I made that clear. But I think Jonathan Majors is a bigger star than she is. I bet if she got in trouble.
Here's my point.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that she's no A-lister by any means. I've been watching her since she was like, what was she, in her early 20s or late teens when she did Eve's Bayou with Samuel L. Jackson. That's how long I've been looking at Megan Good. I didn't even know who Jonathan Majors was back then. But my point about him picking her up and spinning her around, his issue at that point should have been with Michael Ealy, not with her. You check the dude, you don't check her. But he looks like that type to me that will wait till they get home and pick an argument because he's mad because she didn't say something to Michael Ealy. If you got a problem with the man picking your girl up, you check him, you don't check her. And that's all that I was really saying that.
And what did I say that made you think that I didn't feel the same way?
You was like, she could have told him.
I didn't say that, sis. That wasn't. Listen, boy, y'all better go back.
You got selective memory.
No,
man.
I don't. I got the video to show it. Go back and watch the show, and you tell me the time frame I said all of that.
It was all her fault when you was talking about Megan and Jonathan, and he was feeling like that because she didn't make him feel secure. Man, we ain't got time to
wait a minute. Maybe you heard a caller say that, or you read some comments, but I clearly made it. I was clear that I felt like it wasn't her fault. It was the man. I didn't think it was Jonathan Major's fault. I didn't think it was Megan Good's fault. I called, what's the dude name? Michael Ealy. I said that was some disrespectful shit. And my whole angle on that was, guess what? Let me see you and your husband out, and I call and I grab you, pick you up like that. Your husband gonna have a problem with me, as he should.
Yeah.
That was my whole point.
But you always go in on women, especially us black women. And
oh my God. Oh, okay. All right.
You don't think so? Because I can give you some names.
Go ahead. Your phone about to fall out, though. I can tell. I hear it's raggedy and weak. It's shaking
what you
already.
Call her? Carmela. You want to start with her?
Well, don't get me started with that. Because are you going to say because I say her name wrong, I'm being disrespectful on purpose on her? Because I know y'all been brainwashed to believe that. But I heard a dude that's been a freedom fighter and marched with Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, and all of them couldn't say her name right if he got $50 every time he said it. I heard him say her name wrong 4 or 5 times a day on the radio. Was that disrespectful, or she just got a crazy ass name?
I don't know.
Oh, all right, I don't know. Y'all always got them y'all got that selective outrage shit when you want to be mad at somebody about something.
Now I gotta get cussed out.
I ain't cussing nobody out. I'm just telling the truth. You had a freedom fighter call her 4 times on the radio, the wrong name, got corrected every time. Was that intentional disrespect? No, she just got a funny kind of name to pronounce. You can't get it right all the time. Nobody's trying to be disrespectful. It's just one of them names that sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
It's clap it out. Kamala, like we used to in kindergarten.
Okay, so now let me ask you something about VP Harris. Okay, let me ask you something about VP Harris. Do you think that Joe Biden should get out of the way? And do you think if he does, well, okay, all right, I got that part. So do you think that if Joe Biden does step aside, do you think VP Harris should be the one that come in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of hers. I'm saying it from a succession standpoint. Why would she not be? I mean, isn't that what's supposed to happen? The VP should be stepping up next.
That's exactly what's supposed to happen.
Do I think she's ready? Absolutely not.
Well, why is she the VP if she ain't ready?
You see what I'm saying? He used her for the black vote. We don't have to go down that road.
We can go down that road. You just don't want to because some reality has to set in. You have to talk about reality. But the truth of the matter is, sis, let's be honest. They all use their VPs for a purpose, okay? It's not just because they think they're the best person in the world. They use them for their voter base, right? I mean, that makes sense. But
Trump is using the hillbilly base for his pick. Yeah,
probably,
we did it.
Probably so. You're right. The white, not rich white guys, the Middletown base. Yeah. Norwood. Yeah. But wouldn't it be bad? Let's be honest, sis. Wouldn't it be bad if Biden pulls out of the race and then they went in another direction? How would you feel about that? What if they got Gavin Newsom, who I believe would not be a better pick than VP Harris? That would just be tragedy. But how would you feel? There's no other pick that they could use other than VP Harris, right?
Not in my opinion, the way it's supposed to go. But my thing though, Wyatt, is she was originally set up to fail, right? And she's failed miserably at the border. But if you put her, it's like we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. If you put her out there, the Karens and Darrens ain't gonna vote for her on either side. And if you pass her up, it's not fair. She's supposed to be next, but you can't get nobody ready in this short amount of time. And there's nobody else out here.
Can't get nobody ready.
She can beat Trump. Beat Trump. There's nobody else out here that can beat Trump. She could beat him on the debate stage, but on the world stage, it's a different story. I don't think.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask you something. You say that Vice President.
I gotta order my food.
Get me a little something. Give me a number 7 with no onions.
I'm at Skyline today.
Yeah, I want no onions on mine. But anyway, you think that VP Harris could beat Trump in a debate?
I do.
Okay, when she debated against him, how did that work out?
Hold on for a second. Keep talking.
Oh my God, she's sitting there ordering some damn Skyline. You gonna call me when you in the drive-through? I'd have charged you for this call. You gotta grab me something, sis. Listen,
a medium, and that's it.
She didn't order.
Okay, I'm sorry. I be trying to multitask. See, that's how I can do your phones too. I get it all done. This is my test.
I know y'all be trying to act like the economy ain't toe up, but I just heard you order 3 fun meals. You gonna eat all 3 of them fun meals to keep the price right?
No, you did.
Let me get 2 of them fun meals with the animal crackers.
Listen, I ain't trying to hold up the next person from calling, but that's just how I feel about Kamala.
But wait a minute.
How did she go against Biden debating? She thought she did well because she called him a racist or whatever. But now, she has to sing his praises, so she has to play the game.
But that wasn't the only role that she had. I mean, she didn't. I mean, what else did she couldn't run on her record in California. I mean, I think Biden actually did her bad in the debate, quite honestly. And then she went to the race card about you made me bust in and you a racist, and she did the normal thing. But the truth of the matter is Biden had her by the balls, excuse my language, but he had her by the grips when it came down to the debate. To be honest with you, she couldn't.
You shouldn't even use that. You shouldn't even use that example in this day and age because you sounding like Trump right about now.
Oh, don't do that.
Grab him by the.
Don't do that. You know how people say things like you have somebody by the. You had him up. Biden had Kamala Harris up against the ropes in that debate. He was actually beating her. Okay, he was beating her in the debate, and then she had to go to the normal play card. She went to the playbook and went to play 47. She said, "I got to get this racial shit in on him. I got to because I'm losing," and that's why she didn't do well in the election in that primary in the Democratic Party. Matter of fact, I want to show y'all something. I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you brought it up. I want to put a reminder out to everybody. Here's the reminder right here. This was the presidential primary poll back in 2020. Look at where she's at. These are the people that were running up, and Biden was in that same race. Who was at 1%? Okay. All right. Thanks, sis, for engaging. I appreciate you. All right. Talk to you. Bring no onions on mine. Okay.
Okay. I got you.
Got you. All right. So you tell me how well she was doing back then. This is during the primary against Biden. Remember, she dropped out of that race. I know exactly how she got there. We all know how she got there. And that's why they in a position right now to be able to say, hey, you know, Biden, we want him to move, but now you telling us that this person that was at a 1%, and I'm not going to lie to you, the needle moved. Once Biden went in and started talking about, once she dropped, you know, once she got closer to the point of dropping out, she started getting approval a little bit because Biden started talking about a female as vice president. He wasn't going to take Tulsi Gabbard. He wasn't going to take Amy Blutshear. He wasn't going to take them. She was she was an asset to him at this point. But the people, who did the people really want? They didn't want her. They didn't want her because her record in California was trash. They had nothing to do with she was black or playing black or went to the HBCU. It had nothing to do with that. Her record was trash. And I'm going to tell you something. I heard Mr. Reese today on the radio. I heard him say something that was so important. And if I say it, y'all won't hear me. But since somebody that's marched in the streets with Dr. King and Reverend Jesse Jackson and has credibility in the black community from city to city, and he's a well-respected individual, I'm going to tell you something what he said. He said the same thing I said a year and a half ago. Don't nobody know Vice President Harris. I don't know what name he called it the first time because he said it 3 or 4 times the wrong way. He said, didn't nobody know Kamala Harris? They kept her shielded. They didn't want her record to show of how many black people she incarcerated in California. They didn't want the public to know who she really was, so they had to keep her in the background. Just be a picture for the party. That's it. We don't want you to have no role other than get the black vote. That's it. But if you really, they're going to have a hard time putting that lady's record up and she running for president. They're going to have a hard time showing you what she really did to black folks in California. And if you don't believe me, you ain't got to believe me. I did a whole show on it. Go back and find my show. If you don't want to watch that show, then you go to Google, not Google, excuse me, YouTube, and Google or YouTube search her name in California, incarceration lawsuits, pending lawsuits, settled lawsuits. Look it up. I'm going to take Taraji P. Hitton's words from her. Look it up. Just look it up. That's all you got to do is look it up. She got black men suing her, families are suing her because of the incarceration. Listen, look it up. You ain't got to take my words. You cannot, it's going to be very hard. People know it. They know it. The Democrat Party is just like the Republican Party. They have strategists in place. And they know. They know what would be coming if you put her in the front of the ticket. They know what the Republicans are going to use. They know what's in store. Steve Reese said it today on the radio. You ain't got to like what I'm saying. Go have a problem with Steve Reese. No, don't have no problem with him for telling the truth. And they said they didn't give her nothing to do. I said it along. Who remember this since we having this conversation? Who remember me telling you? Biden just gave her the border. He just set her up for failure. No, nobody here remember that conversation we had here on the air, do you? You remember me telling you that Biden just gave Vice President Harris the border? That's horrible. He just set her up for failure. He better hope this shit work out the way it need to work out, because him giving her that border, and the border has been a disaster. It's been a talking point from the Republican Party, and it's been something that the people who are polling and being asked questions, the border and the economy seems to be the highest thing that's on people's mind. And what were you going to give? You should have been given. I agree with Mr. Reese when he said you should have gave Kamala Harris the student relief. You should have let her put her name on it. But no, Biden wanted to take credit for everything that they was doing that black people could say, he did this for us. He didn't want to set her up for the next level. He wasn't trying to set her up to succeed him. Come on, man. He wasn't trying to do that shit. And now now the Democratic Party, who had created a monster, in Joe Biden. Joe Biden don't know how to walk away. He can't walk away, and he can't walk away gracefully. And I'm going to say this to you guys. You might not like what I'm about to say, because some of y'all so fixated on Trump and what he doing and his ear and all that old goofy ass shit. I'm going to tell you right now, my opinion. You ain't got to like it. You don't have to believe it. My opinion is Biden don't have COVID-19. This is phase 3 of them getting him out of the office. The elites that y'all say that don't exist in the Democratic Party, this is part of the phase. I said it in Wyatt Live Messenger group. This is part of them phasing him out. Remember, what did he say in that interview with Lester Holt? Well, the only way I'll leave is if a doctor tell me that I can't continue. I have some type of illness or something happens to me where I can't go on. That man ain't got no damn COVID-19. He been talking like that for 3.5 years. CNN just been editing it. MSNBC just didn't let you see how slow to the beat he really was. That phase 1 of getting Joe Biden out, was putting his ass in a debate with Donald Trump. The party put him out there. They knew he wasn't gonna make it. I promise you, y'all. They knew he wasn't gonna make it. And that was the way that they was able to shine the light even to their party people. Y'all don't listen. I've been watching CNN. I've watched CNN the last week more times than I've watched it in 10 years. All CNN is showing you, because they ain't never been this critical of Joe Biden. I kind of feel sorry for him, but then I have to remember how much they shielded and blocked for him too. And then I got to say to myself, well, they kind of deserve this bullshit. Now, let me ask you something, Tracy. Tracy said Trump didn't get shot either. Okay, fine. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I'll say this to you. What's more important, Trump getting shot or Biden having COVID-19? Which one is more of a play? You can't deny that COVID exists. So it's a strong possibility that he has COVID. I just don't think he does. But now let's flip the script. There's a strong possibility that Trump got shot, because we can't deny that he didn't get shot at. People are dead. Can't deny that. But what's more important? What's more important to us as a people? Trump getting shot, or is Biden okay? Is Biden gonna get through this? Who's gonna replace him? Why is his support falling? That's more important. Focus on that. Y'all focused on Trump Band-Aid. Why? Why y'all focused on Trump? Y'all should be. Look, you notice that everybody that used to say we, us, Democrats, us, they all saying that we shit. They all saying that y'all shit now. Even on the radio, heard them today. Y'all Democrats, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all better get, I don't know. It's y'all now. Y'all all of a sudden. I'm watching CNN. I'm watching MSNBC. I watched Joy Reid. I seen a clip of Joy Reid saying the same shit. Well, I think the Democrats need to do. What happened to we need to get our shit together? Are they doing us this kind of way? You didn't went from these and we's and all that to y'all. Come on, man. I'm watching it in broad daylight go down, locally and nationally. Well, them Democrats. What about the people who said, I don't care if they take Joe Biden in their own life support. I'm voting for Joe if they have to wheel him in a Garney. I'm voting for Joe. Wait a minute, hold on. What did I tell y'all? Soon as a black person step up and break the silence and say Joe got to go, and it's coming. Nancy Pelosi and the big three, I call them the big three. Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and the other dude, I can't think of his name. Here they come. They having private conversations with Joe. Joe, it's time to go. Soon as they release the hounds on his ass, the first black person that come out and say Joe got to go, we all coming. They all gonna come out, because that's how it go. They giving him a chance to bow out gracefully. And I'm gonna tell you what I think he gonna ask for. I think Joe gonna say, I tell y'all what, I'll go under one condition. Schumer. Thank you, Ron Dooley. I'll go because I know I don't really have, in his mind, he's saying, I'll go. I know I don't really have a choice, but I got to get these deals done before I go. Because if I win the race, I can do what I want to do and I can free my son. If I step away, ain't no guarantees that Hunter Biden gonna be able to get up out of the shit and some shit could go wrong. He might mention me or something. I'm gonna be probably dead by the time this shit go down, though, but I don't want to go sooner than I have to. Truth of the matter is they probably already done worked the deal like they did with the CPS superintendent. I generally had this sense of feeling from body language and how people act and how I see things going. And what I see Joe Biden, I can see the deal of Joe Biden saying, I tell you what, I'll step aside, but these are my conditions. And one of the conditions he's going to have is whoever step into his spot, which it better be Vice President Harris. If not, black folks, I don't know that, you know, I don't know what to tell you at this point. You couldn't see the sun rise if it rolls right in front of your eyes. That's all I can say to you. But if they don't bring in VP Harris to take over Biden's spot, I wouldn't know what to tell. But I'll say this. The deal he's gonna make is whoever take that spot gotta pardon my son. If y'all don't put that in my deal, I'm gonna be the hardest motherfucker to work with. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all gonna have to shoot me. Y'all gonna have to kill me because my boy is getting up out this shit. This is how we made our money. This is how we got our money as Bidens. And I don't want my legacy of being a corrupt president or corrupt politician. I can't say that he was a corrupt president. That would be wrong for me to say. I don't think Joe Biden is a corrupt president. I think he was a corrupt politician, like most are. They probably gonna block that shit off the Facebook and off the YouTube. But I'm being honest, because you can't tell me how Joe Biden got rich. I ain't never known him to own no hotels. I've never known him to own any casinos. I've never known him to own a law firm. I've never known him to own anything. I just know Hunter Biden and them was getting paid in Ukraine and in China, and he was getting pieces and bits off that money. His brother too. Show me a Biden building that wasn't built by some taxpayer nonprofit organizations. Show me a building that got his name on it that he built. It's funny how the same people that support him, he is the epitome of why we are where we are today. He is the person, that party and him and his policies are what put us in the situation we in today. Who said, nah, that ain't it? Nah. The difference is I always bring what I call, some don't see what I say as receipts. When I bring certain things, they don't think they're receipts. But he's part of the welfare trap. Y'all didn't know that? Anybody ever heard of the welfare trap? Nah, y'all know the crime bill, but you don't know the welfare trap. Don't nobody know nothing about that welfare trap, do you? Let me show you what the welfare trap is. Check this out.
I think a lot of people are capable of working and are willing to work, but it's just the way it's set up. The mother and the children are better off if the husband isn't working or if the husband isn't there, and this breaks up so many poor families.
One of the saddest things is that many of the children whose parents are on welfare will in their turn end up in the welfare trap when they grow up. In this public housing project in the Bronx, New York, 3/4 of the families are now receiving welfare payments.
Well, Mr. Brown wanted to keep away from this kind of thing for a very good reason. The people who get on welfare lose their human independence and feeling of dignity. They become subject to the dictates and whims of their welfare supervisor, who can tell them whether they can live here or there, whether they may put in a telephone, what they may do with their lives. They're treated like children, not like responsible adults. and they're trapped in the system. Maybe a job comes up that looks better than welfare, but they're afraid to take it, because if they lose it after a few months, it may be 6 months or 9 months before they can get back onto welfare. And as a result, this becomes a self-perpetuating cycle, rather than simply a temporary state of affairs.
Our digital
That's called the welfare trap. That looked like Law Holmes Lincoln Courts to me, but it wasn't. It was the Bronx. But if you go anywhere, they all look the same, and they all had the same principles, and they were all run and constructed by the same people. I mean, it's the same way. They just, you know, I mean, these are things that we've discussed for years on top of years, decades. That was 1978, Donna. And I heard a man on the radio today say some shit. What's his name? Pharaoh. I would love to talk to Pharaoh. Somebody tag that White Lion dude. Somebody tell White Lion I need to have a conversation with him and some of the other ones. The chaos. I'll take some of the chaos agents. See, I don't want to go over there because they think that I'm trying to pull their audience and try to build my platform. I'm not trying to do that. But there's a few people that say some things that I would love to have a conversation with. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Did you just say that you went into, you said this shit like you just applied to a company last week and they told your ass that I can't go in. You ain't gonna hire you because you black. We don't hire your kind. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Pharaoh. That was 1968. I wasn't even born when they told you that shit. Show me a company you can walk into in 2024 and you can get that same response. Show me where you can go down to the bakery down on 8th Street and they'd be like, you know what? We would hire you, but you're black. We don't hire your kind. Show me where they doing that at. You really just brought a 1968 story about yourself? About how you walked into a place and then a week later they shut down? I know what he meant. He meant that a week later they shut down. Maybe it was karma. You know, they don't hire black folks. It was karma. You know, maybe that's what he meant. But, you know, some people may have taken it out of, you know, taken out of what he was saying. But I truly get it. You know, you ain't got to explain shit to me 2 or 3 times. I get it. I don't play like you meant something that you totally didn't mean, like a lot of people do that shit. Like, if you don't vote for me, it's going to be a bloodbath. Nobody heard Trump say that. Y'all didn't hear it said the way it was explained to you. Now, I know y'all hate it when I defend some shit, but it's a reason why I defend some shit. I'm not defending the man. I'm defending I'm making what's right need to be right. When we're talking about the economics of the car industry and how people would lose their jobs even in unions, and you say to the people in the audience, man, if you don't vote for me, your industry is going to end. It'll never be the way you've ever seen it. If you don't vote for me, it is going to be a bloodbath. They are going to kill your industry. That sound like, if you don't vote for me, we gonna start wars up in here. I'm gonna make sure I show. We gonna cut and we gonna shoot up the place. It's gonna be a bloodbath. That's what you get out of that. Yeah, of course. If you want people to think a certain way. I mean, I just don't like when people use manipulative ways to try to convince you that somebody said something. It's just like Joe Biden said something the other day about Donald Trump, him being the target. We got to put him on the bullseye and we got to make him the target. Now, I know he don't mean go shoot Joe Biden, go shoot Donald Trump. The man didn't mean it that way. But now the Republicans want to make it sound like, wait a minute, bro. You the one starting to make Biden the one that's getting Trump shot up out here talking about making him the bullseye, put him in the center bullseye. Y'all know he didn't mean it that way. Stop playing. But y'all can't act like y'all don't say that same type of shit. I seen several clips of Maxine Waters and all the rest of them talking about it's gonna be a bloodbath if we do. If you see one of them Republicans sitting at a restaurant, get up and stand in their face and tell them get on them, tell them, get them, tell him. She did that shit. They both send all these battery charges to their base. They both do it, Republicans and Democrats. And then what the funny shit about it is when they act like they better than the other group, like they all dignified. Well, we are on a higher standard. They hit low, we stay cool. That's bullshit. Y'all hit low and hold and lower. Y'all all do the same shit. Stop playing. Just be honest about it. Let me tell you something. I got a phone call yesterday. I'm going to take this phone call, but I'm going to tell you this story about a phone call I got yesterday. And after the call, I'm going to talk about it until I get up out of here. Check it out. Y'all know that the Republican convention is in Milwaukee. The RNC convention is in Milwaukee. I get a call from my brother yesterday. Now, a couple days ago, there was a guy that called the radio station in Cincinnati who lives and does business in Milwaukee. Can anybody remember that phone call? Does anybody here, I don't know what my count is. I don't know who we have here in Cincinnati, but does anybody remember a guy calling Mr. Ware's show saying that our black businesses here in Milwaukee, we getting all that white money, we getting all that Republican money, they coming into our city and we getting all that money? I didn't have a problem with that. The black-owned restaurants in Milwaukee getting the money, and anybody hear that? Did y'all hear the man call the radio station and make that claim? Does anybody have a problem with a black-owned restaurant opening its doors for Republicans in that city so they can sit down and eat, and they patronizing that? Them people don't care if it's black-owned or whatever. They don't care nothing about that shit. They just want some soul food or whatever it is, vegetarian food, whatever it is. They spending money. It's hundreds of millions of dollars sitting there in that city. Capitalism. The best thing in America. Well, I get a call from my brother yesterday who lives in Milwaukee. I told him I was going to talk about this. He might have chimed in earlier and seen that I was talking about something different. Maybe I'll talk about this more when we come back next week. But he calls me and he says, man, you ain't going to believe this shit. I said, what's up, brother? He was like, man, these Negroes acting a fool in Milwaukee right now. I said, what do you mean? He called me last night. He said, bro, do you know how many Black Lives Matter signs and all this shit is out here in the streets downtown where they doing the RNC convention out the stadium? They got all these Black Lives Matter signs and all this stuff going on out in the streets about how the Republicans need to do the George Floyd Act and all this old shit and blah, 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 and how they need to start doing things and with our businesses and stuff like that. They got all these Republicans down here. They got all these Black Lives Matter signs and all this shit down here up against these Republicans, and they stopping white people or the Republicans from going into all these black-owned restaurants. They stopping them from going in there, bro. They making a deterrent. So now the people are going out to the suburbs to eat at those restaurants and do business out at those stores. If I'm lying, I'm dying right now. This is what he told me. Now, who remember on the radio just a couple days ago, the guy called in and was bragging about how the Republicans were spending all their money in all our restaurants downtown Milwaukee? Why are we messing that up? Why are the Black Lives Matter signs and the people down there destroying people from doing business with those black-owned business? We could be our worst enemy. And the Republican Party is not the party you need to be going. Take your ass to Chicago and wait for Biden and Harris to land with those type of beefs. That's your base. Talk to them. That's who control all that shit. Why are you down there messing up in people's business? Why are you getting in the way of these folks getting their money? These folks don't want to go into these businesses when they got to go buy Black Lives Matter t-shirts and signs and all that. You messing up these people's livelihoods. These people put their life on the line for their businesses. These people, this is how they earn their living. And you out there with picket signs and trying to keep people from patronizing the businesses. But what I don't understand more than anything is, why did the guy call the radio bragging about how much business they were doing off of the Republican convention in Milwaukee. Am I the only one that heard that? Am I the only one that heard it on the radio? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did anybody else see that? And I believe the guy on the radio. I believe if you open the doors to your restaurant and there's 100,000 people in town for a convention, or 50,000 people in town they're going to eat somewhere. They're going to spend their money somewhere. They're going to buy some t-shirts. So if I got a Wyatt Live stand down there, if I got a Wyatt Live stand down there, y'all mad at me if I sell some Trump t-shirts? Why would you be mad at that? Are you mad at me if I sold Biden t-shirts? Why would you be mad at that? Are you mad at the restaurant owner that let the Republicans come in his restaurant and eat? That's ridiculous. But I got to get to the bottom of this. Were we deterring patrons from coming into businesses? Because they said some people had got arrested. There was a lot of protesting going out on, where the stadium is, where they're having the convention. People got arrested. My brother told me that a man got shot. A guy got shot, and it hasn't come out yet. What I'm saying? I don't know what that's about. I guess I'll listen to the radio, the news, the radio. Somebody will tell us what happened. But come on, man, why you doing all of that? I don't get it. Somebody help me out with that. I put it out there. Take it for however you want it. Take it wherever you need to go. But I kind of found the two stories to be a little contradicted. Either they spending money with y'all in Milwaukee, which somebody from Milwaukee called the radio and said they were, or my guy was off on what he said and said that they protesting downtown and they got all them white folks, all the Republicans are going out to the suburbs to eat and shop and do all that. They ain't spending no money in our city, man, because these people out here protesting and shit. It's a reliable source that told me this. He lives in Milwaukee. Some of y'all know the brother, and he a stand-up dude. He ain't gonna say no bullshit like that unless he really, because he told me, and I know he told me, so I would say it. He didn't tell me just to be, he called me at night, 10 o'clock last night, telling me some bullshit. No, Jericho, it was a local radio station. Our station in Cincinnati that black folks listen to. I can't think of the Buzz. A guy called in from Milwaukee. I guess they had some type of connection, and he knew Mr. Ware knew some. He knows some guy, and that guy knew the guy in Milwaukee. And he called in and was talking favorable about the Milwaukee itself. And then he was like, well, we got our businesses here in Milwaukee, and we're doing great because they're patronizing our businesses. They're coming in our restaurants. They're doing some things with us. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I think anybody that has a restaurant down there, whether you Asian, black, African, whatever you are, open your doors. Let that 50,000, 60, 75,000 people that's coming in your town, let them spend some money with you. That's why it's there. It's an economic base. That's why they built the convention center. That's why they bring things to that. Don't let the hotels be the only one that gets some money. Starbucks and all of that. You need to step up and get some of that money. But I ain't gonna let a bunch of protesters fuck my money up. Y'all got to get away from my door with all that bullshit, bro. I got $250,000 invested in my restaurant. I got to get my money back out of this shit. My kids got to go to school, and you out here talking about some other shit? Come on, man. Stop playing. Sometimes we can hurt ourselves. Let me go to the phone lines, man, before I get up out of here. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, Wyatt?
Twin, what's good, brother?
Hey, you on point, Wyatt. Hey, I got a niece and people and stuff in Chicago, man, cousin. Okay. Ain't nothing but an hour and a half away and everything. I used to go to Milwaukee all the time. It's a high city, Wyatt.
Yeah, it's close.
Wyatt, I call my people and stuff, see how it is. They say, yeah, they thick up there, man, the Republican Party. And she said people out there, what you just said, selling T-shirts and everything. Yeah. With a little venue truck and all that.
They should.
So it's money. Yeah, it's money be made. Why? I watch the news, Milwaukee news off the Fire Stick, because I like to keep up with the local news. I wanted to see what was shaking up there. And why? Yeah, somebody got shot up there, man.
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah. Then I look at it this, Wyatt.
Wait a minute. Hey, twin, you know why they don't want to say anything about it?
I know.
You know, they don't want to say anything about it because somebody made a mention of the crime in Milwaukee is off the hook. And the last thing they want to do is make that individual right.
Right.
But go ahead, twin. I'm sorry.
You got people that little boy got killed at the banks here. You got somebody that can't find who killed the people at Woodrow High School, the young dude that graduated.
Yeah.
But you Black Lives Matter want to be down there protesting whatever when the convention come in. I don't understand that, Wyatt. I don't get that. And dude called there, yeah, I heard it yesterday, Wyatt, from Milwaukee. Well, our business doing great here. We doing all right, that extra stuff, man.
Yeah.
But I want to know where the Black Lives Matter with all this stuff happening, man. Just don't come out because also no George Floyd issue. Just like with this civil rights stuff and everything, Martin Luther King took bricks to the head and all that. Who took his torch, man, and passed it, man? That we can do better and everything. Sit down to these families that what's wrong with your son and everything, how he doing and everything. Why? See, we used to have that back in the day before the Chiefs was locked up. Why? Gangs used to worry about the community. Man, what you doing out of school? Why you acting up like that? And stuff. It used to be like that, Wyatt. But the white folks and stuff took it away. And I can agree with Mr. Reese today. If y'all put that lady in front, man, let Joe play this out, man. Let them get in there, win the election, then put up in there. Don't put up in there right now, because you know why? You got a lot of people that's at her head. That crime bill and all that other stuff you hear conflict and them lawsuits that's still pending and been paid out. People don't forget about that young lady, Kamala, whatever your name is, Miss KK Harris, whatever your name is. People ain't gonna forget about that, Wyatt. That's what I'll just look at this. This a crazy show that's going on, man. It's back and forth. You worry about a dang on Band-Aid behind that man's ear. Maybe he leaking, man. He want to stop the bruise or the blood from leaking. But y'all worry about him. Ain't no COVID going on with that, man. He been coughing since day one. All of a sudden it's COVID now. Every time he get on the mic while he coughing, oh, what is that? Bronchitis or something? Y'all got to make excuse for everything. Just like Wyatt don't come on at 1 o'clock. He got to make excuse. No, I had to throw that in.
That's all right. That's all right. I hear you. I hear you with the sneak diss, but it's cool. I hear you.
But real talk though, Wyatt, they got excuse for everything, and that's our problem now. That's why we can't get fucked. I used to have faith in Democrats, man, but y'all got to have excuse for everything. Now it's COVID and all that. Well, what y'all gonna do now, man? If I really want to get down and tell them, man, who really can be strong for them, because I wouldn't put that lady in there. That's out the picture. I wouldn't dare put up in there. They definitely go. I'd rather wear him in there like Lincoln said, in a wheelchair. Man, you go do something. Stand up, take these arrows, take this line of cocaine or something, some meth or something, keep you going. Because you falling off your bandwagon, Joe. And I would have been keep it real with him, man. But, man, that lady, I put either Book up in there or that Jefferson dude. Hakeem Jefferson.
Oh.
And the woman I probably put that Warren lady in there. I gotta put a lady in there. But that Harris, no, I'm cool on her.
So you saying, cool. So let me ask you, twin, you think if President Biden steps aside, you think
he gotta win first. He gotta go in there, because he got some unfinished business. He gotta handle Russia, whatever they got business going on. He got some business going on, some type of deal. He gotta do them a favor, man. He got to do him a favor before he go, so he can win his election. He owed them, man. This a favor. So he got to do business with him, Wyatt. He got something going on with one of them, man. He got to do business, make it fair. Trump took a couple of millions from them, billions, whatever.
Well, I don't know.
Pay terms, whatever else. It's business deal he got to do before he go, man. That's how I feel, Wyatt. That's how I see it, man. Hey, you better crawl or something, man. But take some Adderall or something to pump you up, because she's not gonna win that debate. And she'll win on the debate with Trump. Oh, Trump might eat her alive. But other than that, if she get in there, no, man, she ain't gonna able to do it. She ain't gonna ever do it. Why? That's how I see it, man. I wouldn't go for her. Them Democrats better come with something else, man. Hey, Joe, just take this pill, or you got to do something, man. They got to hit on something strong, man, to make them stay woke.
Well,
that's how
I don't know. I just know that there's one issue that I'm not even, you know, I don't have a dog in the fight what's going on over there, but I know that it's going to be a problem if Joe Biden drops out of the race and Kamala Harris is passed over. That there's going to be a problem. And I would say that it would be a legitimate problem. You didn't have a problem with her being the vice president pick. Y'all supported it. And if she gets passed over, it wouldn't make much sense to me. That's just me.
Hey, she been in the Senate before she became a governor, right?
I believe so, yes. She was never a governor. I don't think she was a governor. I think
she was a senator, right?
Right. But I don't think she was.
Same thing with Obama. Man, he was fresh out the pedal school, man. He was fresh, man. I've seen him twice. I've seen him at the Bud Village Parade, and I've seen him before he came senator at City Hall. And then when I seen him at the Bud Village Parade, and I said, "What he running for?" I thought he was in something. They said, "That's the next president." I said, "Oh, this one I came out the joint," and I shook his hand during the parade thing, and they was like, "He run." I said, "Oh, that's dude, yeah." So if he can do it, maybe she got the credentials, whatever to do or whatever. I mean, they don't take them. They ain't doing nothing, no way, whatever. But to each his own, man. But I don't think he should go all the way, man. Just make it to November, Joe. If you make it to November, just put up in there like, "Hey, I can't take no more." That's all you got to do. See, they want you to drop out. And so when they make you drop out, hey, we got this now. As soon as he say, "I give up," hey, it's over. It's over. That 25 bill y'all talking about, hey, cash it in. It's coming. He coming with a full receipt on y'all. If he drop out and they put up in there, it's over with, Wyatt. It's definitely over with. Trump will win this. Punch that ticket all the way to the White House. If he drop out this race, I'll go all the way, then hand it over. Because you got a part your son to do. I don't care what you say. If anything, even if you don't make, just do your son a favor, man. Don't let your son get hung like that. Because Trump probably ain't even gonna care. He might have a little simp. He might. But other than that,
I doubt it.
I'll pardon my son, man. I'll pardon my son.
Well,
if
anything,
if I get out that office or step down, hey, let me just get this out the way.
Go ahead.
But to each his own, man. Why I'll be glad when it's so. I swear. Hey, Wyatt, I saw it today, man. They gave the WNBA some extra money, man, from $60 million to $200 million a year. You see that, right?
No, I haven't. Who gave them that?
I think the NBA put it up in there.
Okay. That they
passing it. They used to make.
It looked like they're reinvesting.
Whatever.
Yeah, it looked like they reinvested in the brand. That's good. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, I heard it. Saw it on ESPN. $60 million wide to $200 million now.
Yeah, they got
and people talking about, man, I'm telling you, man, the WNBA, they about to shake some. Why? That game I saw, yesterday, a day before, Sky against the Aces, man, that was a good game, man. That was a good game. Hey, the WNBA about to step up. I don't follow NBA no way, really.
I can't remember. I'll be honest with you, Twin. I can't remember the last time I watched a full NBA game. I've watched more WNBA. I've watched more WNBA this year than I've watched the NBA in 5 years.
Exactly, man. Because man, they juking. They brought a lot of sense to the thing.
Yeah. All right, Twin. I gotta go, man. I'm at the top of the hour, bro.
All right, man. Be safe on your trip or whatever. Why?
Yeah, I gotta go to a wedding tomorrow, brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in with us and engaging with us, Twin. I appreciate it. Let me get into this real fast. I got about 10 minutes. I didn't have any idea speaking about this long. You know how we do. If you're new here to the Wyatt Live show, you know that we'll say that we're going to talk about one thing and it'll go on and go on and go on. And then we'll get to what we said we were going to talk about. And sometimes we don't. There's a whole lot of times that we end up not talking about it because somebody will come in and make a comment. It'll get long. We'll get to talking about something. You know, we didn't went from, I started out talking about how guys be faking in the hood and talking a certain kind of way. Then we get, I don't know how it gravitated, over to politics, but it always get there some kind of way. I don't know who it was, but I think somebody asked a question. And that's just how podcasts go. We don't have a set agenda, and nobody ever said we did, and nor do I act like we do. So if things veer off or never get where they going, as long as we hear, that's the only thing that counts to me. So for those that need to know about how my show flow, my show generally flow the way I want it to go. I'll let people talk and say what they got to say. And if I'm tired of it, or if I don't want to hear it, or if I feel they being too disrespectful, or if I feel a certain way, turn it off the track or do something different. But I do have a platform that no matter what's on your mind, if you want to come over here and talk about it, it's always a front door, an open door to come in and say whatever you got to say. If you disagree with somebody, I'll give you a fair game to be able to do it and say it the way you want to say it. So now, I did a heading. See, I don't have to say anything a lot about what my heading was, and that was, what's the difference between a leader and a manager? I think I seen my cousin Stephanie wanted to know if we were going to talk about that. It's important. It don't take long for me to make this and to break it down. But what I'm going to do, I'm sorry about that. I was reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the lady tell you, and then I can break it down, and then that gives us something to piggyback on for tomorrow. If I'm here, I don't think I'm going to be here tomorrow. I might have to finish it up on Monday. But it's important that we understand the difference between leaders, because y'all know I talk about leaders all the time. When I talk about fake leaders, see, a lot of y'all think that leaders are what we have in our, certain people in the community, certain people on your city council. They have leadership roles, but that don't mean that they leaders. They just might be managers. See, that's the reason why things stay the way they stay. Just normal protocol, the same thing time after time after time. And a lot of people don't understand why things stay the same. They're being managed. They're not being led. Leaders take chances. Leaders make true changes. Leaders aren't liked. I've been saying that for a long time. I told you, man, leaders, it's hard to be a leader, because you're not going to be liked or loved as a leader. It's hard to be that. Now, if you're a manager, people will like you because you're managing them. Matter of fact, you're managing their condition. You're making it, you're kind of almost co-signing it or making it a good way of how they live in day to day. That's called city council. That's called some of your community leaders and shit. They make you feel good. They're not leaders. They're managers. They're managers of the time and the opportunity. They're managers. They're not leaders. I told you, a real leader. Let me let you hear what this lady says. And if you might not take my word for it, but try to take what I just said, grab it out of what she's about to tell you. Check it out.
Management and leadership. Fundamental differences between management and leadership. Focus and vision to start. Leaders often focus on setting the vision, providing direction, and inspiring people to reach common goals. Managers, however, tend to focus more on executing the vision set by leaders by organizing resources, managing tasks, and ensuring that day-to-day operations align with strategic goals. Leadership relies more on influence and less on formal authority. Leaders inspire and motivate others to follow them. Managers, on the other hand, often use their positional authority to accomplish tasks, relying on the formal powers attached to their role. Leaders are more likely to take risks and consider innovative solutions. They are comfortable with ambiguity and change. Managers tend to prefer established procedures and often seek control and order, making decisions based on practicality and process.
That's what you have in some of these positions that you call leaders. You got people that are just managing the situation. They're not really trying to make change. You can't tell me that schools are the way they are. I'd say this about the school board all the time. Your school board and school leadership and our public schools are the way they are because they're not being led by leaders. They're being led by managers. They're managing these situations. That's all it is. Leaders take chances. They set the tone. They make differences. Most of them aren't liked or loved. You can clearly see the difference between a leader and a manager when you look at people when they get on city council, when they become your mayors, when they get on school boards, when they're school superintendents. You can tell the difference between a leader and a manager. Now, what I've been saying all this time is, man, we have fake leaders. You can tell the same thing in the neighborhoods because you don't manage bad kids. You don't manage people. You don't co-sign and manage the situation at hand. You change the situation at hand. That's a leader makes the change of what's going on. You don't manage it. You don't tell kids you don't need, you can't do that. And that's what I tell you when I say we got fake leaders. Some of y'all get mad at me and y'all think I'll be on some bullshit, but the truth of the matter is, no, that's not a leader is going to be hated because they're going to tell the truth about the situation that needs to change. It ain't going to be the system problem. It's going to be the people that act that way. So what, the system made it that way. So what, the system made you a thug in the streets. At a certain point, we got to change the thug on the street instead of the system. Because if we don't have the people for the system to work on, then the system is no longer a system. You need the people to be a system, a fluctuating system. You need people to fit in there for that. If we don't have the cattle, you don't have anything to slaughter. And that's why I say we got to stop being the cattle. This stems back. I just showed you a clip from 1978. We're going to try to sit here and act like those wasn't the days that the men was being kicked out the house. That was the time that free welfare didn't do some damage to us. We know what it did. We know what it is. But that ain't what's going on right now. But our managers will tell us that's the problem. Our leaders know the truth. Leaders will step up, but a lot of people who want to be leaders don't have the management. They don't have the strength of managers. Not all leaders are strong. But I know the difference between when we have managers in our neighborhoods and managers that are in the place of leaders. I know the difference between the two. A manager is going to manage the situation. They're going to say, but why did he get shot? Why did he get shot? A leader diagnoses the entire problem, stems it from the bud, nips it in the bud, start from point A to point Z. A manager wants to manage the situation, fix it from the effect point, not the cause point. That's the difference. Whenever you hear me say fake leaders, that's what I talk about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm referring to. See, I told you it wasn't going to take me long to get that point across. And to be honest with you, when I put it on my page of leaders versus managers, what I was really looking for more than anything was the reaction. I wanted people to make comments, but they don't make comments because that make it look like they engaged to what we're doing over here. You know, when you see certain people that make comments, they have to acknowledge, they're sending out a smoke signal. They're sending a signal out. Hey, I replied to something that Wyatt said. That mean they're watching. That mean they're interested. And there's some people that don't want you to know that they're engaged at what we're doing over here, whether you agree with what we're doing or you don't agree. But they will act like they're not here. They will act like that they're not paying attention. But they truly are. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow. But I'll give it a shot. I'll let everybody know. I'm traveling this evening, going to a wedding. So I'll let everybody know. If I'm not here, peace and love. I'll see you guys on Monday, but I might be here tomorrow. We'll see. I'll put a post out tomorrow to let you know how I'm moving. Peace and love to everybody. See you guys soon.